With the soul, talking in the community. It's brought to you by Starr Brothers Brewing, and with Starr Brothers Brewing joining us now is John Starr in the center, and then of course GM of the Albuquerque Soul, Larry Espinosa. Hey, glad you could come on. I mean, I know you've been a big part of the Soul and everything that's going on. You guys have a really good partnership. How did that come about?
Well, I was approached by Ron and Larry here about the opportunity. We're big supporters of soccer as a whole in the community. It started with, we have 3 kids that play soccer in the community, 8, 11, and 16. And so we've been around the soccer community for really 16 years now. I grew up in the community playing soccer, and now it's my children kind of taking over. And they came to us with the idea of teaming up with the Soul and creating some sort of sponsorship relationship.
But I think it's taken off pretty well because everybody that knows Starr, Brothers Brewing associates it with, well, I can go watch the games there. Like,
Absolutely.
I can watch soccer, and so it is really the soccer pub, if you will, and it's taken off pretty nicely.
Well, thanks for saying that. That was one of our real goals, was to become that hub, to have people, when they think about watching a match, that we're the place they think of and they want to come watch it. So it's been a real success for us. The partnership's worked out great.
I will say personally
think so.
too that not only the great brews, that's fantastic, of course, but the food is unbelievable, and that's something I had no idea about until I went. I was like, man, this is for real. Like, tell me about that.
Well, thanks. One of our goals when we started out was to not only brew great beer, because we've got a great beer community in Albuquerque. There's a lot of wonderful breweries that create a great product. We wanted to join that as well and create great beer, but we wanted to create an environment where you could come in and have a great meal as well with that, and have a big brew house environment where you come in, it's hustle, it's loud, and we're serving great food and great beer at the same time, and it seems like we've been able to achieve that.
Yeah, one of the things that I want to make sure that everyone understands is, yeah, technically they're a brewery, but it's a very family-friendly environment. They did it that way on purpose. For, like John was telling us from the get-go, they want to be that place for families with kids that play soccer to go to after a game or go to and get a pregame meal. And it's a brilliant idea. I think it's been very successful, and we're happy to have them on board.
And by the way, not limited just to soccer, right? So, I mean, obviously you go in there and there's other sports, everything that you want to see from the NFL to anything else, but all the big matches you can definitely catch there. I want to go now into the scarf release party, and this is I know this is, Ron Patel kind of had this whole scarf thing that maybe you weren't sold on, and then it took off, right? You guys' scarf, and now you've got a new one that has just come out, and so tell me about it.
Yeah, we met Bernice a couple of episodes ago. She designed the new scarf, but the whole idea was, when it started, I wasn't a believer. I'm a New Mexican, been here all my life, and scarves to us are just not something you really buy. And Ron being from Liverpool, and basically he had to sell me on the idea, and I told him it wouldn't work. Flat out said, no way, it's not going to work. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
Our best seller by far, merchandise-wise. But the way that the whole Soul sighting started was it was a joke. We had a scarf release party our first year. We didn't charge shipping on our scarves the first year, and so we were going to end up not having very big profits on anything. So we decided to throw a party, hoping that people would come and pick up their scarves, and we sold out basically. And that night, Ron, he and I had this conversation about the Travelocity gnome back in the day, and how people used to take that little gnome around and shoot pictures with it. Well, we had the same idea. So Ron gets up, says, hey, when you travel, take your scarf with you, take a picture, hashtag it Soul Sighting, and send it across. Well, that next 12 hours later, after our first scarf release party, we get one from Madison Square Garden. The guy was on the red eye from here to New York. First thing he did was go to Madison Square Gardens and take a picture. And it was Soul Sightings were born. And a goal for us for this year is to create an interactive map where you can actually see all the places where the scarf is gone and click on it and show the pictures. So
I believe we got a video, by the way, and this is.
And we said, hey, Soul fans, take your scarf with you wherever you travel and take a picture with it, and send it to us with the hashtag Soul Sighting. And little did we know that it was going to take off.
and that win or lose, through thick and thin, you're behind your club and behind your city.
Ron Patel always has to sneak his way into the show, right? I mean, how does this
Seems
happen?
like it.
John, tell me about this release party, though. It looked like it was a
Well,
lot of fun.
they brought the idea to us, and we'd already had the previous scarf hung up on our wall where we put the scarves. I like Ron a little bit, was not quite sold on the whole scarf idea, but when I saw what they showed me about the soul sightings and that sort of thing, it made it become really believable. Partially, I grew up as a kid in the UK as a supporter in England, and so I knew scarves there were the big thing, just like Ron did. But it's worked well for us. The party was amazing. We had a great turnout, a lot of soul supporters, and I think, you know, mixing with our regular crowd, maybe we created some more soul supporters that day because it was such a great event.
Yeah, we had more people come up to us and go, wow, those are really cool. What are those? And when we told them the story, they're like, all right, we'll take 2. I think at the end of the day, we sold something like 85, 90 scarves that night.
It was a lot.
So, yeah.
And of
Can't
course,
spare a couple of scarves for the set.
You
here,
know what?
Come
That's 100% my fault. I didn't bring a package.
You know
we
what?
were happy to put the new scarf up on the wall too. It looks great up there.
Yeah,
Very
I like
cool.
it a lot.
John, a little bit more about your pub and really how you talked about how you got started with the soul, but how did you say, okay, let's get this baby off the ground, let's open it, let's give it a go?
Well, it was quite a process. You know, you sit down and you have an idea or a dream about what you want to do, and then you have to put it to paper and create a business plan and have a good concept. And we piggybacked on the idea of how well the brewing industry is doing in Albuquerque, and then we just made a few changes and added a few things and created a little different environment than most of the tap rooms in town, and we just started moving forward with it.
For those people that don't know where to find you, where are you at?
We're at 5700 San Antonio Drive Northeast, so it's just down the hill from San Pedro.
And what's this weekend, John?
Well, this weekend, Friday's a big day for us. We will have been open. Friday's our 1-year anniversary from when we opened the doors.
Man, that's fast.
Yeah, we were sitting around one night and we were planning on opening the next day, and everybody was there, and we were able to provide beer and we had food, and so we said, well, let's just turn the open light on and see what happens. So that's what we did. We turned the light on, set open, and next thing you know, we had 50, 60, 70 people in the place, and it was a
It's
great
a nice
first
start,
night.
right?
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a great story.
We've been really lucky and blessed to have a following of people that are regulars that come in. If you talk to our staff, they can just name off names of people. You've got our Liverpool group that comes in, as well as just a whole array of people that are regulars and very loyal to us, and we feel very fortunate to have that.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing for Albuquerque. If you haven't gone, trust me, check it out. Larry, real quick, I wanted to get to, we hadn't talked about Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And your event, and we're talking events right now.
Wow,
Tell me about it.
that seems like it was a year ago. And you know what? John's son. John's son actually ended up winning the entire Boxing Day bash.
And this was a tournament.
It was a
This
FIFA. It was a FIFA tournament. Had 32 participants. Ended up taking like 4.5 hours to whittle it all down. Found that kids are so much better than adults at video games. It's just mind blowing. But you know what made it a lot of fun for someone like me, because I'm not a gamer. The pickup that was out on the field,
Yeah.
there must have been 60, 70 different people that came through that afternoon and knocked the ball around. So that was a lot of fun. So definitely something that another one of Patel's ideas that I wasn't necessarily sure about, and yet he proves me wrong again.
Well, we'll be back with some more here with Soccer Talk with the Soul. I'd like to thank John Starr with Starr Brothers Brewing. If you haven't gone, trust me, go. Back in a moment.